You guys, it's been 2 years and I don't think I've left this chair. I think I've been sitting in this exact chair for 2 years. I was thinking about something earlier today. And first of all, it's great to be back live streaming in the New Jersey Pop Punk group. Super excited for today. We just pulled this together about a week ago, and I thought it was a really cool idea. I spoke to Mark from the band that you guys are about to see, and then today I was thinking, and I'm like, you know what? It's been almost exactly 2 years to the day since I was out on the world had shut down. I was outside working on my back deck, and I said, it'd be pretty cool if I could like get some friends together and have them come on and play music from their living rooms and just stream the whole thing. And Quarantunes was born, and we did like 13 or 14 episodes of Quarantunes, and had some awesome fun Friday nights with everyone in the group, and had some great people come on and play. And recently, and it really came to me. I'm a big Foo Fighters fan, and recently, when Taylor Hawkins passed away, I talked to my wife, and I was like, life's too short. I want to do things that I really enjoy doing. I want to spend some time being involved in the music scene again. I've actually picked up my guitar again. And just, it's just crazy to think of like how life can be gone in an instant. And one of the things that I really love to do is talk to bands and watch, just get to hang out even virtually. And I love this platform. I love live streaming. I actually do it for my day job. I have a series called Meet the Experts where I interview business owners, and it's something that I truly enjoy doing. So a couple of quick housekeeping stuff. That's a really stupid term. I don't know why everybody says housekeeping stuff. We're not anyway. I could digress on that. Nick, love you too, buddy. Listen, but a couple of things. If you guys are watching now, and I'm going to have Gumshoe up. So if you guys are watching watching this from Gumshoe's page, and you're like, who the heck is this dude? Where's the band? Just hang in there. They're coming. The whole show is going to be just about them. But listen, comments. Go ahead and comment. If you have a question for the band, for anybody, for me, anything you might want to say, just put them in the comments. We can bring the comments up on screen. I want it to be interactive. If you guys want to talk, we can ask questions. I only have a couple of questions that I want to ask, and we're gonna debut a song. Well, I guess it's out already, but we're gonna debut a world premiere of this song on live stream today. Anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. And today we have our guests called Gumshoe from New York. And let's go ahead and waste no more time and get these guys, because they are you got to see, they're sitting on a couch like crammed in, and I don't want to make it any more awkward for longer than possible. So, hey guys. Well, I am so glad that we were getting the opportunity to do this and stream this live. Mark and I were talking on Facebook Messenger. I guess it's been about a week, right? It was about a week ago. Yeah. And I was like, would you guys, first of all, he sent me the song that we're going to play in just a little bit. I don't know when to quit. And I can't get it out of my head. It's catchy as hell. And you guys are going to find that soon. I mean, I was walking around just, I mean, I just constantly, but yeah. So what's that?
The check's in the mail. Thanks for the
check. Awesome. Yeah. Well, hey, I'll make sure to cash it.
Wait a week.
But it just comes at this time, like I was mentioning before bringing you guys on. It just comes at this time where I'm like, I need to get back to live streaming stuff, and I need to get back out to trying my best to do my small part to help bands in any way I can. And I love this format, right? But yeah, so Gumshoe. So you guys, go ahead, tell me your names and what you do in the band.
I'm Mark. People call me Mark Li. It's my nickname. I play guitar and sing.
I'm Todd. I play bass and do backup vocals.
Jared, guitar and backup vocals.
Dan, and also recently do backup vocals and drums.
He just learned drums yesterday.
That's awesome.
Brand
That's
new.
awesome. Great. Nick, our friend Nick, he goes by Soda Pop Curtis in the group. He used to play in a band from New Jersey called Life Goes On. He just wanted to say this song is amazing. You must have heard it, but I only hummed like a quick second of it. So if my humming was amazing too, that's even greater.
Got me
But-
out flush. Okay.
That's right. All right, good. So how long have you guys been together as a band?
About 6 months, something like that.
We started jamming right at the beginning of October of 2021. So
That's
we're almost
okay.
at 7 months, Mark. You know,
Our anniversary is coming up.
yeah, we
so-
Happy-
gotta celebrate it.
What'd you get
happy
me for our
anniversary.
A flute from Haiti.
Oh, thanks.
Put a candle in a cupcake and
There I like cupcakes.
yeah, there you go. Cupcakes are the best. Well, that's awesome. So have you guys gotten to play a bunch of shows yet, or has it mostly just been writing and recording?
So we played our first show with a Wilhelm Scream and a band
Awesome.
called On the Cinder. That was our opening show. So we're playing more shows as time comes on, but that's all we've done so far because we're still writing and recording.
Fantastic. So back 22 years ago, we played probably 3 or 4 shows with Smack and Isaiah
Yes.
back in the day before, pre Wilhelm Scream. Same band, different name for the most part. But I remember going up to see them. Did you guys get to hang out with them for a little bit with Nuno and them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
very
that's cool.
I've known those guys for about 22, 23 years. So
Okay. We would go up and we would play at a place in New Bedford, Massachusetts called Reflections. And Reflections was a cool club, a cool venue because it was like a duplex commercial building, and on one side was where all the touring bands would go play. And then you walk through the door in the center and you were in like an Alcoholics Anonymous clubhouse. Like so you'd have like a bunch of like punk rock kids on one side, then you'd walk through the door and you'd have a bunch of dudes drinking coffee, smoking cigarettes, and chatting about how they're going to stay sober. It was wild, but
One-stop shopping.
yeah, like want to get sober, just right through this magic door.
Reflection
So-
is a good name for a club like that.
Yeah, absolutely. But I remember it being a very Portuguese area. We ate this thing called linguiça and we drank coffee milk, and I can't find it anywhere outside of that area. But coffee milk was delicious. I remember that. But anyway, cool. So we're gonna get to the song in a few minutes, but I would love it if you guys would kind of tell me some influences of yours, but just maybe each name 2 or 3 bands that you would say just personally have an influence on your playing style or your music.
Well, Dan, you want to go first?
Oh, let's see. You got Matchbook Romance, Yellow Card, Bigwig, for
Yep.
sure.
For me, I've always been into a little bit heavier stuff. So like Under Oath. When I was younger, like what really got me into it was like Taking Back Sunday and Brand New, bands like that. That pretty much got, I think, everybody into that kind of music. So
They just had an anniversary album too, Taking
Yeah.
Back Sunday,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I think they've remastered that album like 7 times so far. It's a good album. It's a
Great
good album.
Great.
Personally, Down to Earth Approach, they were a local band from this area that we grew up in. They got signed to Vagrant Records when I was a teenager, when I first started playing guitar. That changed everything. I mean, they're probably my single biggest influence because they were like our heroes.
awesome.
And here I mentioned Taking Back Sunday, but as soon as I heard that band, it changed everything for me.
Interesting.
I'm going to be a suck up and say LWL, Bigwig, Lanemeyer, and Midtown. Those are literally 4 of my most favorite bands, and they're all from Jersey. And
Yeah.
I've become friends with somebody in every one of those bands, which is pretty awesome.
I was gonna say, isn't that the coolest feeling when you get to kind of meet your heroes, and get to kind of talk to them? I mean, social media is great for that.
right.
And it was cool because when I used to play in a band, we would play with a lot of those guys, and the fact that 20 years later, people are saying, we love those guys, or Midtown decides, or the Get Asks to play reunion shows, that they do it, and people get really, really excited about it, and it's like
Yep.
it's a legacy in its own right, but it's a very cool feeling. I don't know if back in 1999 or 2000, I would have ever imagined that, 22, 23 years from now, that we'd be talking about, that scene and those bands. But it's
Yeah.
very, very cool. Got some comments coming in. Nick is commenting a bunch, but he said that now that we are hopefully out of this shit, these boys gonna come to New Jersey. You guys gonna plan on doing a little touring?
Yeah,
We'd love to.
We'll set something up. Yeah.
Fantastic. And where in New York are you guys from? Are you upstate?
We're between Buffalo and Rochester. You know where Darien Lake is?
I don't,
It's
but
like
I know where
music.
Buffalo and Rochester are.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're right in the
right
middle.
in the middle.
Smack in the middle.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
smack in the middle.
we
Smack.
kind of follow the Buffalo and the Rochester music scene, which is kind of cool.
There's a club in Buffalo, Show Place? Is that right? Is that
Yeah.
the club? Is it still there?
It's back open. Yeah.
They
It's
shut down for
okay.
a bunch of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They finally renovated it, got it up to code. I wonder if they fixed the heat in there. The last I played there was like 2007, and I remember it was middle of winter, and it couldn't have been warmer than 40 degrees in there.
That is
Wow.
one day.
Wow. The coldest show I ever played was in Pittsburgh. We went out, and there was a band from New Jersey that we were friends with back in the day, Shady View Terrace, and they had asked us if we wanted to play out there with them, and we opened for Alkaline Trio, Pollen, and Punchline. Punchline was from there, so it was kind of like their show. But the place, it was called the Millvale Industrial Theater, and I'm not sure if it's now Mr. Small's Theater. I don't know if that's the same place because it wasn't called that. It was Millvale Industrial Theater. Somebody in the Facebook group could correct me on this either now or on the replay of if that's the same exact place. But I remember it was so cold that they had, those big like bullet jet heaters that, they're like really, they had one of those going, like pumping kerosene heat into the crowd.
Works.
Yeah. And it, it was just freezing in that place. Like there was no other heat, but playing shows cold really sucks. Cause when your hands are cold there, it's hard to
exactly.
get fingers moving.
Wrist
Absolutely. So now we just talked about this, but Mark, you have that connection to the Jersey scene. How long have you kind of been talking or being kind of buddies with a lot of those bands?
I've known Sean Smith from Lanemeyer for, I can't even remember, over 20 some years.
Okay.
Back in the day, I used to book shows, and Sean found me on AIM, and he started messaging me, and then I helped, book some Lanemeyer shows. I brought them to Buffalo with the Lawrence Arm tour back when Brian Fallon was in the band.
Yeah.
And so I've known Sean forever. I've known Tom Petty forever. He used to sleep at my house all the time. Many different variations of Bigwig.
Oh yeah, there was a lot.
There was a lot, yeah. My mom's like, "Who are these guys?" Only one of them looks familiar.
But and Tom was not really forgettable with the dreads, so
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah. So he would always look familiar. Well, cool. So just for anybody just jumping on here, talking with Gumshoe, and we're about to debut a song by them. And if you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and put it into the comments. We'll make sure to get it up on screen. Let's see. I don't know. I only have a few other questions, but one of you guys tell me a little bit about the song "I Don't Know When to Quit" that we're going to play.
You guys want to make something up? So basically, the song, it's our first song we actually wrote together as a band, and it's weird that's our first single. But yeah, it was just a song about like realization and growing up. When you listen to the words, basically it's just telling a story about someone realizing like they were a prick or a different kind of person, and they're trying to grow up and be a better person in a way, but still doesn't care. So there's a little bit a sarcasm in the lyrics.
A little bit of a struggle, I think, between caring and trying not to care.
Yeah, right in the middle.
And the song meant a lot to us because, like he said, it was the first song we wrote. We had like been jamming for all of a couple hours as a 4-piece, and we were like, well, let's write something. And it was really organic because a couple hours later we had a song written, and we had none of us. Well, Mark and Dan had wrote plenty of songs in the past, but as the four of us, we never really wrote music together.
Right.
So once we got back to the next practice and played it, we're like, this song's actually pretty freaking good. And we, added a little bit here, changed this part a little bit.
Right.
So when we went in the studio, we were talking about what we wanted to do. We all agreed we wanted to do one song as a single, get it out there, and go from there. And it was the easy choice because we all love the song. It was a group effort, and like a lot of times when you start a band, the first few songs you wrote, right? You know, they're usually not the best songs, but we got lucky with this one. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of a sign of things to come.
I love it. I will, like I mentioned earlier, I think it's catchy as hell. And at this point, let's let everybody else decide for themselves here. So we'll see you guys back in about 3 minutes. Don't go anywhere. But right now we have Gumshoe with I Don't Know When to Quit.
My beliefs breaking off and easy like it used to be. Some say I put my feelings on the shelf. Others tell me I'm going straight to hell. I don't care about your politics, stupid games, or your dirty tricks. I know my head is kind of thick. This conversation's making me sick. I just don't know when. I just don't know when to. I just don't know when. I just don't know when to. I wrote down all of my mistakes, everything that plagued me since yesterday. I'd rather be alone than by myself than have to take care of somebody else. I'm so sick of your dramatic skit and all this shit that comes along with it. I know my head is kind of thick. This conversation's still making me sick. I just don't know when. I just don't know when to. I just don't know when. I just don't know when to. I just don't know when. I just don't know when to. I just don't know when. I just don't know when to quit. To quit you.
All right. Yeah, congratulations on that. And the fact that that's one of the first songs you guys came together with as a band is just I forget which one of you just said it. It's really hard to do that, right?
Yeah.
Like it's hard to just find. It takes a while. You got to find the chemistry, find out everybody's different styles, and writing a song is not always easy, right? So,
Right.
we got a holy hell coming in the
I
comments.
mean, we've all
too.
been in other bands before. I mean, obviously, so we've all like written songs with other people, and it's just, I mean, it's a lot of, as you know, honesty and sometimes like brutal honesty and being willing to accept it and being open-minded. And we really are. We worked well together. So
I mean, we clicked from day one too.
We had a
really
click
did.
track, is what he means.
No.
Yeah, no, we
You
all
all-
got along from day one, and that's not always the easiest thing either.
Yeah,
Getting along with
yeah.
everyone,
I don't
you
know why I'm here. They hate me.
No. We love Mark.
And you all wear black too, so that was kind of like you had that bond,
Well,
right? And
we're,
I joined in the party.
We're actually shooting a music video after we're done with this.
Are you really?
For I Don't Know When to Quit. We're doing that today. So part of the aesthetic for the video was that we all wear dark colors. So when I edit it later, because I'll be filming it, editing
We'll know
it
who's
myself,
who.
it'll just go along with what I envision and how I think it should come together.
So
That
if the
is
video sucks, blame Todd.
Yeah,
That's
it's all
it'll be all Todd's fault. I love that. So so now I don't want you to give away too much on about the video, but what can you tell me about it or the general concept?
I have no clue. Ask Todd.
Simply put, we thought, because you got to be on all social media platforms these days, you got to have as much exposure as possible. YouTube is really big for that. And since we're a little too old to do TikToks, because I don't even know how to do that, our next best bet is to put video media up on YouTube and Facebook and all that. So originally we wanted to do a lyric video. I was messing around with editing together a lyric video, and it just wasn't coming together. I was having a hard time figuring out exactly where the direction should go, but we all agreed it would be cool to do a lyric video. And then we just decided, I guess I decided that we're doing a lyric video, music video combo. So we'd have the song out there. You know, I think lyric videos are good for any band. You know, you can actually learn the words, sing along. And like I said, it'll give us another option out there in social media world that we don't really have yet.
What I gathered is we have no clue.
I know what I'm doing. They have no idea.
I'm sure it's gonna be absolutely amazing. Somebody, let's see. Oh, I think we've got a fun riff between a couple of NJPP members, and they're having fun. Nick, did you take notes? That's how a bass player should sound, sucker. So, I love it. So, but anyway, let's see. As bass players, Jay Tavo. Okay, I don't know. Nick is filling up the comments. All right, so we talked about how you came up with the song. Talked about video. What's next? Like, you have this one song. You've released it to the world. You're working on a video. So beyond that obvious stuff that we've already talked about, like, what's next for you guys as a band?
We're actually recording a 5-song EP right now.
Yep, we're in the studio now. We've got some shows coming up. Just trying to play as many shows as we can, nail down the songs we've got, working on in the studio.
We're self-recording everything ourselves. I have a own little home studio.
Oh, okay.
So we get to take our time with it and make sure, you know, we're not too rushed on things. So we'll try to release some stuff in the next month or two, another 4 to 5 songs.
That's so in the
get ready for our shows and the EP. I mean, that's where all our focus is once we do this video today.
So you said, so trying to do another 4 to 5 songs in the next month. So that makes me believe that you've got 4 or 5 other songs written, ready to record, or you're just fine tuning them.
Yeah, we already have the drums and the bass done. So now it's just Jared and I putting guitars down and then filling the vocals in.
Awesome.
Yeah,
well, I guess if you guys have played shows, you had to have more than one song anyway.
8 or 9 songs that are finished and done. We have a bunch of other songs that we've dipped our toes in, but we haven't gotten around to finishing them. And then it feels like every other week we come to band practice and 1 or 2 of us is like, hey, I have another idea for a song. So writing songs isn't really like a problem for us. It's a matter of, actually, I think the hardest thing with the EP was picking out the 5 songs that were going to go on it.
Right.
That's awesome. That's a great problem to have.
It
is.
Yeah, it really is. It really
is. So you have 4 or 5 other songs ready to go. So when you talk about taking your time with it, does everyone have like day jobs also? Because that comes into play, like when you can all get together and practice and write and record, right?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, like Mark mentioned, it's just great that he's got the studio in his house. And we can just pretty much show up, say, hey, man, like, you got some time this week, and plan it out. I'll go over there, record my parts. Todd will head over some other day and do his bass. Yeah, I mean, Dan's usually pretty good about getting his drums done, like, right away. So
we pretty much all have Sundays off. That's like our only day off. So that's where we try to coordinate everything.
Yeah, we cram a lot in the Sundays.
Yeah. Well, hey,
we don't eat it all. We're all gonna get so thin.
That's look. Let me join your band because I need to start.
Wait, are you good on Sundays?
Yeah. I think I'd be good half of the time at least to tune guitars. As long as I just don't have to eat, I could do that remotely, right? I could be a remote band member. Nick was asking, do you? Well, I'll put it up. Do you cats have T-shirts? What kind of merch do you guys have? Okay.
We do have merchandise. We do not have an online store yet. We'll just add that to our list of things we gotta get around to.
Why are you looking at me? I do enough.
But we do have T-shirts printed. We have stickers printed.
Fantastic. How would Nick get a T-shirt or a sticker without the store?
Just message us on our Facebook on Gumshoe Band. So facebook.com/Gumshoe Band. You can find us, like us, send us some messages.
Yeah, we're happy to send out merch if you'd like.
Yeah. Gumshoe band. I'm just typing it into the comments here.
Okay, cool.
For those that are watching on any of the other platforms outside of your band. Actually, okay, cool. That posted to your Facebook page and
we are on Apple Music, Spotify, and all that. We're on TikTok, I guess.
Amazon Music.
Amazon Music, yeah.
You can tell Alexa to play our song.
That's awesome. Have you guys tried it? Does it work?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I can't afford Alexa.
I was at work the other
I just got
day.
Alex.
I was at work the other day. My coworker asked me if it was on there. I'm like, I don't know. Let's find out. And I asked Alexa to play, I don't know when to quit by Gumshoe, and it played. And I don't know. That was a cool moment for me because I've never had a band that Alexa knew. So
that pretentious bitch never paid attention in the past. We've converted her. Well, that's incredible. I agree with that. Like, last night, this is kind of, dad life stuff, but my child is in kindergarten, and her school, the middle school students at her school, did a production of Beauty and the Beast. So we went last night as a family to go watch this, but they said that you could do a full page ad in the little playbill thing for $40. And I own a digital marketing agency.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, let me do that, right? Contribute to the school. It's a charter school, so like any money that they can get is a good thing. So you talk about asking Alexa to play your song and she knows it. Like I still like when I opened that thing up last night and saw my ad in the magazine. I was like, I know I paid to have it placed there, but it still feels cool that other people are going to get to see it, And I do like that too. I always thought, well, if I could hear ourselves on the radio or anything like that, it's always flattering and feels great. So
it is. We were actually just on 103.3 The Edge last week. They played our song. Another one of Mark's friends works for the station, played it on his underground radio, and around here, 103.3 The Edge is probably top 3 most listened to stations.
That's awesome.
So four people heard the song.
It's amazing.
That was cool because I think you mentioned too, back in the day, your dad and you were listening to it, and he just thought it was the coolest thing that you were on the radio because when he was growing up, that
the radio was
everything.
Right.
So even though it's not how it used to be, I mean, I took a lot of pride in the fact that I heard my song on an FM station.
I heard him talking about our band.
Yeah. You're right. It's flattering.
Mm-hmm.
It is absolutely flattering. Any type of good publicity or anything like that. I mean, if you ever listen to any of the biggest bands in the world, most of them will have a story about the first time they heard themselves on radio, right? And where they were or this and that. So yeah, congratulations and kudos. I know, Mark, you sent me the link to it, but I was right in the middle of dad stuff and I couldn't tune in, but that's I didn't realize that the station was the station up there, which is even cooler.
Yeah,
so,
it's a very popular station.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. All right. Well, you guys have a music video to shoot today, so I don't want to hold you up any longer. I am just so thrilled that we were able to pull this off, and I'm very excited to see what you guys come up with next. And I know that with day jobs and work and only being to get together on Sundays, I know you probably want to tour at some point. Is it going to be a reality to do, or how are you guys going to make that work with your schedules?
Honestly, I think when that comes up, we'll figure it out.
Yep.
I work a full-time job. We all do. And obviously my job pays the bills.
Yes.
So, save up some vacation time, try to do it that route. But I think when touring becomes, it's not just an option for us, but when it's what's going to make or break us because we got to get out there and show, the world our music, we'll get to that then. Right now, I think just playing the 1 or 2 shows a month and really just working on our next EP, that's our focus.
Figuring out how we're going to go tour, I think is going to be a great problem to have.
Yeah, exactly.
Another good problem to have, yeah.
We'll figure it out when we need to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know that a lot of bands, especially in the Northeast, would do they would start out doing weekends, right? We would go we were in New Jersey, and we would do New Bedford, Massachusetts, somewhere in Connecticut, and then a Jersey show, like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we did that a lot because, you know, if we could do a show that, I know you guys are kind of a little bit further remote to just be able to do this, but I mean, anything within like a 5 or 6 hour drive could be done on a weekend too. So
Right,
that's
like
exactly.
Syracuse, Albany. we
Yeah,
can
I
have
mean,
that.
yeah,
Jersey,
all down the
even.
through.
Down to
Pennsylvania,
Pennsylvania, right?
Ohio,
Ohio,
yeah.
not even, yeah.
Yeah.
They're playing at venues even if they're not directly next to us. Yeah.
perfect. I love that. Well, if you guys ever get a chance to come down and play in North Carolina, where I am, you just let me know, and we'll do whatever we can to help you get a show, connect you with some bands.
Thank
And
you.
absolutely.
See you next weekend.
Yeah. All right. Do it. No, I'm down. I would start working on that immediately. But since most of the viewers are Northern New Jersey or just anywhere in New Jersey, I'm sure that they would definitely turn out to see you guys. And I hope that this interview in some form or fashion will help get that word out amongst the people. And I don't know what Nick is talking. Nick, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna have to write him later. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for taking
Thank you.
time
Thank
out
you.
of
Thank you.
your busy Sunday, and looking forward to talking to you guys again real soon.
Awesome.
Definitely,
Take
man.
care.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much.
All right, take care. Absolutely.
You too.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call it quits. It felt really good to live stream again. That was Gumshoe from New York. The song I Don't Know When to Quit is just go back and play it again. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take everybody out of the broadcast. I'm going to play it one more time, and go ahead and get that song stuck in your head. It's a really good earworm. And until the next time with whoever we talk to next, it was really good to see the live stream, the little live button in the top corner again. So we will talk soon, NJPP group. And one last time, Gumshoe, I Don't Know When to Quit. Talk to you soon.
I broke down every one of my beliefs. Freaking hard and easy like it used to be. Some say I put my feelings on the shelf. Others tell me I'm going straight to hell. I don't care about your politics, stupid games, or your dirty tricks. I know my head is kind of thick. This conversation's making me sick. I just don't know when. I just don't know when to. I just don't know when. I just don't know when to. I wrote down all of my mistakes, everything that plagued me since yesterday. I'd rather be alone than by myself than have to take care of somebody else. I'm so sick of your dramatic skit and all this shit that comes along with it. I know my head is kind of thick. This conversation's still making me sick.